We're back again today as we're going to try and sail through a little bit of this career mode. You know which position we're in if you've seen the previous one. I don't mean career mode on a whole, I mean this league, because we're in a league. We don't want to be in this league, we want to be in the league above. And we're going to get out of this league by doing this. Yes people, welcome back to the Grimsby Town to Glory, episode number 3 of season number 8. And if you have seen the one where we left off, you'll know exactly where we're up to. As if you're new around here and haven't been here before, there is an iCard to the previous playlist and video, so you can watch the rest of them. If you're caught up, smash a like on this video if you do enjoy it. And if you haven't seen any of these before, hit the subscribe button. As you can see in the league, we are top of the championship table. 6 wins, 4 draws, 0 defeats, only 9 goals conceded. But then again, a lot of them goals conceded haven't been consolations for the other team. They've been the other team levelling up, because them 4 draws I'm not happy with. As we start off with Sunderland in 5th today. Very decent team, but I'll actually show you the calendar on a broad scale. Very good so far. Got Sunderland and Wolves in the same week. That's going to be difficult. Then we have Birmingham, Bristol City and Norwich, which I think all will be simulated because we're going to try and simulate MK Dons as well. Play the Derby, Hull City, back to Derby Day. Only positive of getting relegated. Barnsley and QPR. Very happy with how it's going so far, as we're going to get straight onto this one. A thing I haven't touched on so far as well in this save is actually the... what do you call it? What was the word I was going to use now? I've completely forgot. That was it, the contracts. My mind took a blank when I saw the youth report. It took my mind off of it. As you can see, a lot of first teamers expiring. Or actually, no, there isn't. There's not as many as I thought at all. We've got Kian Palmer who I want to sign up, Ilayof, Bentley, Diarra, Paradella and Rankin Costello. As we sit top of the league, maybe now's a good time to sign them up, but we've got a busy week and I want to get through it. As sometimes I forgot to show you the team, but there is 3 changes. There's a Conquo's in goal, Rankin Costello Edwards. Goal scorer in the previous episode, Dorset is dropped for Koiki Machida because he needs a rest. This is a quick rotation and we've got Wolves after this. With Thierry Small, Paradella Stone and Jack McGlynn for Azaz. With Harley Hartley coming in for Diarra, Pavlov and Seeley. Both goal scorers out of the team. And the Sunderland team at the stadium come in. They've got a decent goalkeeper from West Brom they must have signed him from. Patterson bench with Lyndon Gooch, David Agron, good defender. Elise, Ballard and Bellini. Left Bray, Mateta and Embleton, 2x Grimsby with Max Thompson and Schneider up top. Believe me, I'll say it. I'll just come out and say it completely. We've tried to sign Dan Ballard a couple of times, but he's always the most important player at Sunderland. He's 81 rated in the Championship. We couldn't even get him when we moved to the Prem. He was one of my priorities that I kept quiet, because I don't like to reveal them straight off the bat, because if we don't sign the player, it's a bit embarrassing. So we'll try and keep hold of this ball right here. Hartley, that's a good ball through, you know, onto Rankin Costello in the middle. There's one. There's one. It's Dante Seeley. It's only took 2 minutes. In what should be a tight affair, we've took an immediate lead. It's a very decent run down the wing. Just a cutback. And Dante doesn't get many goals in game, but he's got one here. The number 9 that came in to replace Dan Cox, who's of course moved on, / Liam, has Hartley on the ball right there. And that's a very bad tackle. A horrific one from the Sunderland man. This could be an unlucky thing for him if it's a red, and it is. Red card. Henry Lefteberve. It's a good job. I don't have to say his name anymore because he's left of the field. Bad pun, I know. As do we try and hit this free kick? I mean, got a little bit of a chance. It's going to be very difficult to get it over the wall in time. Reggie Stone will take it on. Straight to the keeper. But it's a brilliant start to this first half, I've got to say. We usually don't start off very quick, but we are here as Rankin Costello in towards Dante again, and Elise just taking it away from his head, but he has stayed down as Dante, the goal scorer. That is not a good sign. As Sunderland as well slipped through a little bit. Koiki Machida out of position. Embleton! Saved by a Conquo. He doesn't usually save much as well. We learnt against Middlesbrough, but is let off the defender right there, Machida. Very, very dodgy defending from him. Questionable as well as Ilaiof has come on for Dante Sealy. We've gone with Ilaiof because, of course, we want to keep some fitness up. As Harley Hartley, that's a brilliant move away from the defender, Bellini, but he does get back to make a tackle. Come on, they've got 10 men now. As even Harley Hartley's down. Don't tell me I've got to bring Diarra on. This is a shambles of a first half in terms of players rotating on and off the bench and, of course, the field, in their case, with the red card. As that's a ball into Jack McGlynn. Jack McGlynn's going to have to turn out. Harley is injured, so we'll have to take him off. Ball around the corner into Rankin Costello in the meantime, though. In the middle into Pavlov. Unlucky. And at half-time, 1-0 here. Just got to hope we can grab this second goal in this second half, because it just doesn't seem comfortable to me. Not one bit, as Lyndon Gooch running up from right wing-back. Crosses it in. That looked handled. And that is one thing I forgot to do before the start of the episode. I'm going to do it straight away. I listened to you guys' comments. Handball switched off in the box. I said I would do it. I do want to do it. Completely escaped my mind before recording. And it's a bad job as well because Koiki Machida's gave one away. Can we redeem ourselves? We can't. Schneider with the chip down the middle. The 10 men of Sunderland have got themselves a way back in it. Just a dink. Pavlov to keep the ball here into Jack McGlynn, into Rankin Costello. Through that middle onto Jack again. As Jackie Boy's going to cut back as well and give it round the corner into Rankin Costello. Can we straight away get the goal to go in front? I mean, that is just easy. That is just walking through them. Why couldn't we do that at 1-0? Straight away back in front, and Joe with the afterburner straight across into Miroslav to get another. What a hidden gem he was from, of course, relegated Charlton, as Paradella looking over the top. That was meant for Diarra. Ilaiof trying to get a goal. I'd love for him to score, to be fair. As Captain Embleton running down this line, one of my favourite players when I had the Grimsby season ticket that season. He was with the Mariners as Diarra through the middle. We'll go for the chip over the top to Pavlov again. Elisa, good defender him. They're doing very well for themselves as Pavlov turning back inside a little bit, and now he gives it forward into Paradella. There's a ball through there, an easy one, and here is Isaac Ilaiof. He turns inside a little bit, goes for the shot, and a good save from Cumming. Just stops, an extra one for us, as we'll do the run near post tactic this time and try and just drill it in. Reggie Stone. Pavlov was trying to arrive. Jack Clark on for the Black Cats, as they've kept a lot of players back to say they should be going forward. Paradella with the ball on the edge as he gives it into Jack McGlynn. Ranking. Oh, it's Eccles who I've put on. Of course it is. Giving Costello a bit of a rest with the amount of running he does in a game. As Paradella just want to keep the ball, really. Want the 3 points more than anything, but we'll still go forward with it. Looking for Ilaiof. Unfortunate. As we're waiting on that whistle now, Denver Hume back at the club, I'm pretty sure that is, for Lyndon Gooch now. Trying to get a tackle in. We've missed the tackle on Jack Clark. He's running forward. We don't want to concede late on here. It's into the bottom corner. The 10 men of Sunderland have not been in this game at all. They have not been in this game at all. And ex-Grimsby Town loanee Jay Matata has got them a leveller. It is limbs here for the Black Cats, but they don't deserve it. It's a lucky number 27, isn't it? They do not deserve it. And in the first game today, we settle for a draw. Oh, when we want to stay top of the league, and I'm complaining about draws. Conceding 2 to 10 men's not good enough. And the first thing I'm going to do after that game is go straight to the menu. Handball. Accept penalties. I'd love to keep it on, but it's way too frequent in FIFA. It just is, because players don't control the limbs, and of course it's always given as injuries before Wolves. Harley Hartley will be out for 5 days. He'll miss this one. And Dante Sealy, 2 months. We'll miss him for the rest of today, as Finn Azaz called up for Ireland. Does he really deserve it? I mean, probably yes. We're top of the league. He just didn't play the last game, did it? As we're going to try and drop some more players in. Azaz for Paradella. He had a poor game. He lost the ball in the build-up, didn't he? As we're going to put Dorset on. But then again, we need his right-footed centre-back. And Rankin Costello is shattered. Can we put Eccles on? Of course, we are playing Wolverhampton. We cannot afford to simulate this one. Pavlov kind of tired. This could make room for Anthony Glennon, you know, as we don't have another striker fully fit yet. We're going to have to shove another midfielder on the bench, and we'll go for Asatoye. Yeah, we will. And Gleno's going to have to come in for Thierry Small. I trust him. He's played at Premier League level, should I say. Change Eccles into a wing-back. Finazaz will just have to do for now. And the Conquo, I want to see big improvements in his goalkeeper. He's not being good enough. And Wolves' team, Manian, Ioane, João Mario and Hadi Kamara, Ruben Iranzo and Ait Nuri stayed in. They've still got a good team from the relegation. Traore, Melendo, Prazelik, Cornbenu, Giles and Fofana's managed to stay there. A very good striker. Had a look at him during the off-season. 86 rated. 86 rated. Not to put fear in you guys as much as it's already in myself, but we have had good form against Wolves previously in games, so I do have faith if we just play the way we usually play, we can get a result as Reggie Stone through the middle. Don't want to be suffering a draw in this one though, we need all the points, as now it's out to Ilayof, round the corner. Here is Anthony Glennon, tried to drop it in there. As Eccles now into Dorset, onto Reggie Stone, he's going to ball roll to the side a little bit, straight into Josh Eccles, and Josh Eccles to just keep this, and he's going to go back himself into Reggie Stone. Reggie Stone through onto Diarra. Diarra out on the wing into Eccles. That's a decent first time delivery. Still not won by anyone. Diarra to get it down into Finazaz through bodies. It's not awful play, you know. We're still putting up a fight as Melendo, Okonkwo with a good save. And I say we're putting up a fight with top of the league. They should be fighting with us. They're in the playoffs. I think they were just below Sunderland in 6th. Bottom of the playoffs, which is really bad for Wolverhampton with the squad they have. I'd say it's better than ours not to put ourselves down as Jack McGlynn to keep the ball in the middle of the park here. That's a pass too much, but it still falls back to us. Ilayof round the corner to Gleno. Back into Ilayof, trying his luck. Still will keep it, and Miroslav Pavlov was on target. Doing all we can as Cornbenu round the corner. Just got to try and watch him a little bit. Pass across is not a good one, but they've stolen it, and Fofana on the turn. He's got to be offside, and he is. I just hate how the linos put the flag up so late. Really should have gone up a little bit earlier as Pavlov now on a turn. And Ilayof making a run forward. Put the pressure on the defender. There's two here. Diarra almost got there. There's only one added minute and it's straight up. 0-0. Very close. Nothing really to separate us two sides as Diarra getting stuck straight in. Love that from him. It's a good job his injury wasn't really severe, because he usually does get injured, as that's a ball through onto Pavlov, round the corner into Ilayof, and here is Diarra with a chance straight away, and he's put it into the top bin. Abrimi Diarra, he's the man you can depend upon all season round. What a man! 1-0 against Wolverhampton. We don't let an undeserved draw put us down. We get straight back into the flow of stuff, and our number 14 just picks his spot and just taps it above the goalkeeper's arm with the finesse. Oh, that is beautiful. We signed him from League 2 at the time. Cambridge United, may I add. 72 rated, may I add again. We just found the gem from Huddersfield's Academy, of course. Quite local to Grimsby, about an hour commute. As now Diarra through the middle. We'll just keep hold of this ball right here and we'll try and go backwards a little bit. We're going to be patient now. There's no real need for us to rush, because rushing last time caused them to get a goal, but that was a decent ball from Josh Eccles, just not reaching as Jack McGlynn. It's brilliant passing from us Mariners. Diarra round the corner, can't even speak because it's that quick. As two changes here and two controversial ones for Wolves. We're going to put an ex-Wolves player on in Otasowie at centre-back, and Angus MacDonald is going to make his debut against Wolverhampton. Yes. Maybe risky for the youngster, but he's earned it. We've just got to stay solid for a little while longer though, and I'm hoping Otasowie can do it. However, Fofana, an ex-teammate of his, probably through the academy, getting a bit of a run on, and Dorset has to concede a corner. We'll get Panadella on as well, get some fresh faces, because of course we do have a week's break after this, whereas Az goes and plays for Ireland, where we might miss him, but still, we'll have to try and train without him, as that's a ball slipped through onto Eze. What a save! The ex-Barcelona man, I think that is. Eze, the Moroccan. Is it the Moroccan or is it the Spaniard? I don't know, but still, we've saved it. And it was a bit of a chance as Pavlov dribbling forward. Paradella making the run from deep. The Argentine does reach it as well and shrugs his man off. Into Diarra. Through to McDonald on a turn and a save from Ione. Big chance for us youngster on his debut with his first shot. Now, that would have been good, as we're going to drill this near post. Does it work? Oh, very, very too low. Oh, what's happening there? Pavlov just gifted a goal. Are we surely on for the win now? I want to see that replay. Don't think I've ever been gifted a goal as easy as that one in a big game. Goalkeeper just hammers it at João Mario, who's rolling around like he's been shot. Ball just broke to Pavlov, and he will just take that. He'll keep his tally up. Miroslav Pavlov, the new number 10, is actually going for it this season in the Championship as Paradella round the corner. It could be another chance for the Argentine to get involved. It's slick skill, but just caught. It's an incredibly rampant and enjoyable display from us Mariners as Lee Kang-in through the middle onto Fofana. He's going to look through the gap where Anthony Glennon kind of was, but still they don't get through it. Reggie Stone with his header onto Azaz. And Finn Azaz to use this wing a little bit here. Angus MacDonald. Dink that over the top for Gleno. Offside, I think anyway. Maybe handball. I don't know. As Pavlov gets that header straight to him. Brilliant work from Finn Azaz. He's been brilliant back in the lineup this game. Turns his man slickly. Reggie Stone. Can we try and get it to 3? Paradella, the amount of runs he's making is phenomenal. Almost game over though, and we've definitely done his job. Reggie Stone just can't skip away for Fana. I'd love a clean sheet. Of course, we've got the best defensive record. And there's a Conquo's first clean sheet. 2-0 win against Wolves. That is incredibly impressive. We'll take that win as it does put us back top of the league. I'm guessing we might have dropped off from the defeat, but still unbeaten. Us and Brentford. Of course, Swansea's just behind us and Burnley. They're winning games and not drawing, but they have lost 3, so it puts faith in me that they can keep on losing. But whilst we're not, I'm kind of confident. And it's not Angus, but it's Aidan McDonald. He had a terrific debut there. Should have capped it off with a goal. I'm very keen in keeping him in the squad, and your youth could just filter in now that we're actually winning with the majority of players. As yes, we do use young players, but I'm meaning like 60 or lower rated, or 70 or lower rated should I say, because we can trust them, it seems, a little bit now, as of course I'm going to change the team up for a simulation. Otasoye not playing too badly, but he's going to come out as how is Machida higher rated than Dorset? I'll never know. Dorset's such an improvement, sorry to say to him, as Paradella played very well. Sorry to Jack McGlynn as well, but he's going to drop out. Ilayof the same for Harley, as there's a lot of changes going into this lineup now. I love how easily adaptable the squad is, as that's what we're going to go with. Thierry Small back in. Gleno had a good display, but it's time to come out as Birmingham, 13 points. Just don't be a draw or a defeat. Please keep up the form. A 2-1 win. De Oliveira for them. Harley with a goal. And Diarra. I am absolutely loving the 0 defeats as we stay top. Brentford taking an L. We are the only team unbeaten so far, and I'm not going to say the I word. Of course, you might know what I mean by what Arsenal did in the Premier League a couple of seasons back. But I'm not going to say it. But one thing I do want to check, if I can find it, is the top scorers. How is Pavlov not up there? He is. 7 goals. Obafemi actually leading the way. It's not even in the top 5. That is a shocker. The Stadium Municipal for Bristol City. Don't think it would be that Stadium IRL, but we are going to go with the same team. We'll put Jack McGlynn in just for fitness over Paradella, who is one of our top assisters as well with 3 assists. Not too bad of a start. As for the next game, we're going to go with one change, which is Jack McGlynn coming in for Paradella, one of the top assisters, as we're against Bristol City. Another simulation, 5 at the back. Benarouz is in their lineup. This could be one where we get beat. I'm fully being honest. If we get beat, I'm not going to get too disheartened. Still got that faith inside of me. But there you go. I just knew it. Bristol City are the bogey team. Conway and Pring, 2 youth players, settling us our first defeat. It was going to come. It was going to come. We are not going to go invincible. I am not going to get disheartened at all. We're still top of the league, as you can see, but Burnley actually have a game in hand. How is Burnley keeping this much up with us? I feel like we should be away as another loan offer for Malik Yao coming in to try and get another one of our youngsters. We definitely have a partnership with the Portuguese club. 1000%. As Norwich City are up next and it's away from home. They're on 20 points, but I do want to play the derby. Where are Hull saying that though? Do we play Norwich City instead of Hull? They're down there. Hull aren't far behind them. I think I'd rather play Hull, you know. It's Bristol City we lost to was 16th. Look at Wolves, 10th. Shocking. Saying that though, MK Dons a 6th position who we play next. I think I know which game takes priority, and of course I'm simulating a lot this season. We'll simulate Norwich as it's another defeat. Oh, wow! How have we lost 2? Nunez, Rosdival and Martin with Diarra and Hartley for us, but how have we lost 2 on the trot? We just love to let the wheels come off us. It's 5 points between us and Burnley. Are you having a laugh? Voice went very high there, but how has it gone to 5 points? We were ahead of them. I don't understand. Who is in charge? Yes, they have a good team, but I really wanted to win the league this year. I mean, promotion's the key thing out of everything, but I wanted to try and win it. It's got some decent young talent in this academy as well. We've got Ewan Jameson and Oliver Barkley. Oh, Barkley, should I say. Barkley's Premier League. We can play him when we get into the Premier League again, as MK Dons are just behind us. We've got to win this to try and just keep up with Burnley. I guess I just hate playing this chasing game. But here we are. And I guess it's all about a response now. And I don't mean a draw. I mean we go out there and pick up all 3 points. As Nick Zully is in goal. Henry Lawrence, Duncan Jamieson, Ismail Kandus, Zach Jules and Daniel Harvier. I don't know if that's 5 at the back. It is. With Devoy and Trevitt. Burns. Dennis, a good striker we've tried to sign, should I say, multiple occasions, and Kemp, a decent MK on side, which of course I would say is defying expectations. Not usually in the playoffs for the Premier League, of course, as Rankin Costello gets this ball in the middle into McGlynn. We'll go through that gap straight away. We need to be very quick off the mark here, and it's good, decent, very quick passing, as it's now into the middle. Jack McGlynn trying one, and it's handled on the edge. Of course, it can't be in the box anymore. And a very decent position for a free kick. Reggie Stone, I'm pretty sure, could try and hit this one. If we can get a bit of curl on it, just the right amount. We're going to try just there. That's decent power, you know. Reggie Stone, oh, and he's hit the wall. That's poor. Better than that, Reg, as Rankin Costello. I'm pretty sure he used his arm. But nothing's been given. If there's a goal at the end of this, it could be controversial. Hartley keeping the ball. Azaz into McGlynn, who just tried to turn and get away. He's been quite poor. Has Jack McGlynn at the moment on form. I cannot tell lies, can I? As Lawrence running forward. He's going to find Dennis with this ball. Dorset's been turned away from and does get back with a bit of a tackle. Still, pass is not a good one. It's through the middle onto Kemp. Through back onto Dennis. Easy save. Not great play from ourselves as Diarra sending it straight down the line for Pavlov, who beats his defender to the ball. Very good strength as he went to shoot and the ball just took away from him. And Rankin Costello in the way of a pass through the middle there as Reggie Stone onto Pavlov. Round the corner into Hartley. Commentator really thought something was going on there, but it doesn't, as Thierry Small, maybe it does, you know. Harley now into Azaz. Thierry Small to whip a decent ball towards Diarra. That was a very good one from his left back. On to Reggie Stone playing in the centre of the park now. He's not on one side of the midfield. He's directly centre to everything, as now into Harley. Now into Azaz. This is very good passing. It's reached Diarra. Goalkeeper off his line. He saved it onto the post. Very good save, and I've got to say, very good build-up from ourselves. So we're really passing this ball around well as it's round the corner into Rankin Costello. Dropped back post, it fell to Pavlov, and I'm pretty sure if handballs were on, that would have been a penalty. Like it hit an arm, but we are all over McDon's in this game. As Finn Azaz running with it, blocked from Kandus, sends it out wide into Rankin Costello. Going central, he's working for us as Finn Azaz. He's dragged his shot wide. And at half-time, it's 0-0. But honestly, if we hadn't had 80% possession, I'd be surprised. Never seen a more one-sided game in my lifetime. As Diarra into Azaz. Now Hartley is going to just be able to chip that over the top into Rankin Costello. Round the corner into Diarra as well. Back onto Rankin, who will just keep this ball here. We'll go back inside. We need an instant goal here. Get their tactics out of the window, but we just can't break through. We're under so much pressure as well as Thierry Small. Just simple, mate, as they've passed it straight back to us, though. We're all over them. Jack McGlynn through to Azaz. That's a ball onto Pavlov. Turns his back to the defender. Out wide into Rankin Costello. Pavlov round into Diarra. It's very good play. Can we pull that across? No, because we don't get the chance. Lads, it's getting a little more serious now. We need to do something. As float this to the back post if he can, Reg. Back post it, but it's not gone back post. It was a decent header. Azaz still keeping it alive. Ronnie Edwards, and that's going to be a throw-in. No, it's not. Corner flag saves him. 1 shot on target from 9. When I said we needed a response, it's been a good performance. But again, in the Championship this season, I'm all about points. Because points mean prizes, and that prize is automatic promotion this season as Jack McGlynn tries to round his man but passes it straight into Harvey. And a run through here. Grant, we came across to block him off a little bit. That's good from Ronnie Edwards coming forward. Because Burnley 5 points ahead. Lads, we need to remember that. Ronnie Edwards, the centre-back, towards Ilyaev. Off the crossbar, Pavlov, he's missed it. What I would do for a goal is it's straight onto Ilyaev. Passes it backwards into Paradella. Through that gap onto Thierry Small. Thierry Small back inside again. Pavlov, that's a good run from Diarra. There's someone in the middle for him. It's Ilyaev, and it's 1-0. It's the player that hardly ever gets into the starting 11. And when he does, he likes to put a shift in. Ilyaev with it. I guess you could say he's a bit of a forgotten man, but he's not forgotten anymore. Brilliant finish. Turn inside. Bottom corner. Now, this is a clean sheet game. If we concede in this, just cancel the season. Ilyaev's dramatic late goal. The difference as Pavlov. Hang on, can we add to it? Diarra, he looks wide into Joe Rankin Costello. He doesn't get a goal much. He's got a man at the other side though. Pavlov, keeper can't hold. We've won the game. They had to open up a little bit from their defensive tactics. And when they do, Pavlov pounces. You absolutely love to see it. He always deserves a goal. The main man. The striker, Miroslav. Took some breaking down, but the job got done. Very nice, lads. We rebuild again. Atasoye not happy with his game time as there we go. Burnley lost. Gap to 2 points, but with the rivals next. Doesn't fill me with glee, although I do know our team's capable of it. And yes, we can keep up with the decent haircuts and everything as manager, but age is something we can't really affect, so it's been 8 seasons, almost 8.5, so developing a couple of wrinkles. Like the lines I already have in my forehead. Let's not talk about that though, as we're going to talk about Hull City. Yes, I'm simulating a rival derby day away from home, but I've got to have faith. Can we beat them? We've just responded well. A 1-1 draw. Paradella and Coville. For a derby, it's not bad, but again, 2 points we've missed. Which is a shame, really, because, yep, the gap goes to 4 points. They picked up a win, and of course, only 1 point for us. As Barnsley on 22, which is actually decent for them. Swansea are trying to keep up with us, so although we're looking at top of the league, automatic is not a given. 1000% not a given, as I'm pretty sure Tranmere Rovers looked like they had Santana. I'm guessing it wasn't, as Paradella wants to be in the team and Koiki Machida does as well. To be fair, it's simulated. Maybe I'll give him a chance, as I still don't see Dante returning at any point, which is kind of concerning me, because it was only 2 months and he's still not back in training. We'll take McGlynn out for Paradella. We'll put Koiki Machida in for Dorset. We'll see how the Tykes go away from home. Come on, beat the Red Men. Demba Ba up front. If you saw the last episode, we looked at him as it's a 2-1 win. Gelabert, Paradella is on form this year. And of course, Harley Hartley as well. Say to both players, I'm proud of them. As do we squeeze QPR as well. It will be going a long way this season. Still, we've got no one in top scorers. What's the calendar look like after QPR? It's a quick turnaround for the Blades. Then Burnley and Brentford. Oh, in the same week. Love to see it. What a compact December. We're only on episode 3 and we're almost there as well, which is a good thing, I'd say, as we've got a tired squad for the next one. Of course, we've got some easy rotations which we can make. There we go, done them ones. Seeley back in training. We'll take Harley out of the first team and put Ilyaev in. Of course, we know we can play him now. He's scoring goals, or the 1 goal, as we're going to go with that. QPR, 13 points this season. We're back to unbeaten ways, and is that top of the list? No, it's second, isn't it? 4 points is the gap. Still, if we get winning, we can make it up, and we've still got them to play, but a 1-1 draw. Druek and Pavlov, as he missed a pen as well. Mate, can't be missing that. As the gap's still 4, that could have made it closer, because we've got a difficult run. Sheffield United not up here. I'm guessing they're like 6th or 7th. The 6th. They're going to be a difficult team. Brentford are. Of course, top of the league Burnley are going to be a big game because they've only lost 2 games, wasn't Brentford? 2 games all season. Not bad at all. And it came to Norwich City and, of course, Bristol City. We don't like playing against cities. Good job Burnley in one. Let's get into it next time out, as this one's been a long one. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, as I said at the beginning, to like, comment, share and subscribe with that notification bell on as well. And I will see you guys all in the next one. Take care, in a bit, and peace.